Hi folks, I'm Peter Turnus and welcome to Live Long, Live Life. Today we are trying to unlock true health through understanding your body's secrets. Imagine feeling constantly drained, battling anxiety, or struggling with unexplained fatigue that no doctor can fully pinpoint. What if the key to turning that around lies hidden in your genes? Today we're diving deep into the CBS gene, short for cystathionine beta-synthase, the unsung hero of your body's detoxification process. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll discover how this gene could be the missing piece in your health puzzle. And I will share practical steps to support it, a step for more energy, for better mood, and for a stronger, healthier you. If you've caught my previous videos, you know my story. But if you're new here, let me give you a quick recap. At 55, I was tipping the scales at 255 pounds, fighting type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, fatty liver, and crippling panic attacks. I was on 5 medications and staring down 2 more, headed straight for a health disaster. And that's when I said, enough. I took control. I dove into research and earned what I call my PhD, my personal health diploma, by mastering my own body's quirks. Through a genetic methylation panel test, I uncovered 7 mutated genes out of the 12 I checked. Suddenly, everything clicked. Why diets failed, why my energy crashed, why my anxiety ruled most of my days. Over the past year, I've devoured books, studies, and expert talks to fix these issues. Now, fast forward 10 months later, and I'm down 50 pounds, off all my meds, and feeling alive again. And I'm here to share it all with you, not as a doctor, but as someone who walked the path. If you're ready to get truly healthy, this video is your roadmap. If you have already watched my MTHFR video, great. It's a perfect companion. If not, check it out after this for a full picture on methylation. In this video, we'll break down why CBS is your body's detox gatekeeper in the methylation cycle. We'll cover what happens when it's not firing on all cylinders, like when toxins build up and lead to fatigue, to your mood swings, or to even worse things. And we will discuss simple, science-backed ways to optimize it through diet, through supplements, and lifestyle tweaks. You won't want to miss the tips that transformed my life and could transform yours too. First, do me one favor. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more gene deep dive videos. I absolutely love this stuff. Okay, let's get started. Have you ever felt like your body's betraying you, no matter how clean you eat, how many supplements you take, or how intensely you chase that detox? You've tried it all. The kale smoothies, the infrared saunas, the latest superfoods. You're doing everything right. But bam, you're still drained by noon. You're anxious out of nowhere. You're wired all night. Or you're trapped in that foggy brain haze that just won't go away. And then those weird red flags pop up. You chow down on garlic, onions, or eggs, and suddenly you're crashing hard. You feel bloated, or all of a sudden you become super irritable. You take some glutathione or NAC for that detox boost, only to end up jittery. You get a headache, or you're just exhausted. You commit to a full detox protocol, but instead of feeling refreshed and light, you end up heavier, more sluggish, and questioning everything. If this hits home, I get it. You're frustrated, maybe even down on yourself. But listen up. You're not broken, you're not lazy, and it's not all in your head. You're just dealing with a wide open drain that's flushing away your energy and leaving toxins to pile up. The drain, it's your CBS gene. And today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on exactly what that means for you. No confusing science talk, just clear, relatable insights you can see in your daily life and feel in your body. We'll look at how CBS acts as your body's detox gatekeeper in the methylation cycle, why glitches here sabotage your best efforts, and most importantly, simple tweaks to dial it back for real results. But here's the game changer. Stick with me to the end because I'll reveal why tackling CBS should be your first move, yep, even before MTHFR, plus my top battle-tested strategies that flip the switch from sick and surviving, or at least trying to thriving. You won't believe how one gene can shift and rewrite your entire health story. When you understand the CBS gene, you stop fighting your biology and you start working with it. So let's start right at the beginning with the drain itself and what CBS actually does and why it's one of the most misunderstood genes in the entire methylation story. Let's return to the sink. You've seen it before, the water flowing in and the drain pulling it out. CBS controls the tempo of your sulfur chemistry. It's the enzyme that controls how quickly your body clears out sulfur and how quickly your body detoxes byproducts. If methylation is the rhythm of your body, CBS sets the tempo. It decides how fast that rhythm plays. It decides how fast you convert homocysteine into compounds like cysteine, taurine, and sulfate. Think of the CBS gene as your body's detox drain. It's essential. But when the drain is too wide open, you start to lose your methylation fuel before you can begin to use it. But if CBS is overactive, you lose that precious homocysteine before it can fuel methylation. Your system starves, toxins build in weird ways, and everything feels off. Let's break this down step by step so you can spot it in your own life. What is the core job of CBS? At its heart, CBS diverts homocysteine down the transsulfuration pathway. It turns it into cystathionine, kicking off a chain that creates those detox heroes we need and love: cysteine, taurine, and sulfate. Is it essential? Absolutely. But balance is the key. Too slow and the toxins pile up. Too fast and you're flushing away resources your body desperately needs. Let's look at the fast drain dilemma. Okay, let's go back to the sink analogy. Homocysteine is pouring in. Normally, some recycles for methylation, think sharp focus, steady moods. But with an overactive CBS, it's yanked straight down the drain, gone before it can help. And what's the fallout? Your methylation cycle runs on empty. Plus, the rapid flow creates chemical noise, excess sulfur compounds, excess ammonia buildup, and imbalances that leave you wiped out. It's like trying to save water in a bucket with holes in it. You're constantly going to be leaking energy. So what are the genetic variants behind it? This isn't random. It's often tied to SNPs, tiny DNA tweaks that amp up CBS speed. And here are the big ones. CBS C699T, that's the star player, the big dog in this. If you're AG or TT, one or two T variants, your enzyme might run 10 to 30% faster, pushing more homocysteine into sulfur mode. So if your gene type is AG like mine or TT, that means your enzyme runs a little faster, about 10 to 30% faster than normal. When that happens, your body sends more homocysteine into what's called the sulfur pathway. This helps make things like antioxidants and detox compounds, which are good, but it can also use up your nutrients that your body needs for other things. If your body pushes too much into sulfur mode, it might not recycle enough homocysteine to make energy and mood supporting chemicals. That can sometimes lead to feeling tired, feeling moody, or sensitive to certain foods like eggs, garlic, or even supplements that contain sulfur, it doesn't always cause problems. It just means your body works a bit differently, and you might need more support from vitamins like B12, B6, and folate to keep things in balance. So in simple terms, faster enzyme, more detox, but sometimes less energy and mood support if nutrients aren't balanced. CBS A360A, this one often teams up with C699T for a mild boost, especially if you have other methylation glitches. And CBS N212N, this one is a subtle accelerator that adds to the overall fast flow when combined with the others. These create a fast drain situation, not a flaw, just a unique setup. Remember my motto, genetics load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. And here are some signs your CBS drain is wide open. You might not spot this on standard labs at first, but your body screams it. So watch for it. One common sign of an overactive CBS gene is low homocysteine levels in your blood work, specifically below 5 micromoles per liter, which serves as a major red flag that your system's flushing essential compounds too quickly. You might also experience sulfur sensitivities where foods like garlic, onions, eggs, broccoli, or kale trigger sudden crashes, bloating, or even irritability. So if you're feeling bloated all the time, despite your best efforts, it could point to a CBS mutation throwing things off balance. Another clue is what I like to call supplement backlash, such as when you take NAC, MSM, glutathione, and instead of feeling better, you end up jittery, dealing with headaches, or you're even more exhausted than before. You may notice detox fails, where cleanses or saunas that are supposed to refresh you actually leave you feeling heavier, foggier, and more drained. Methylation mishaps are common too, like when methylated vitamins spark brain fog, restlessness, or anxiety, rather than the boost you expect to get when you take them. And don't overlook other subtle clues, such as an ammonia smell in your sweat or urine, head pressure after Epsom salt baths, or chronic fatigue that no amount of rest seems to fix. It's not you, it's your biochemistry, and recognizing this is your first win. So let's look at what cranks up the speed. Genetics are not the whole story when it comes to an overactive CBS gene. In fact, everyday things in your life and surroundings can act like boosters, making CBS work even faster and speeding up that drain more than it should. First, let's talk about stress overload, where your body's stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol kick your sulfur processing into high gear, changing a slow, steady flow into a fast, overwhelming rush. Next, high protein diets can contribute because eating a lot of methionine, which is found in meats, gives your body more raw material that gets funneled right into the CBS pathway, revving things up even more. Then there are direct sources of sulfur, such as common foods like garlic and onions, supplements, or even those relaxing Epsom salt baths, all of which add extra sulfur and make the process even more intense. Finally, starting methylation support too early can be a big issue. If you dive into supplements like folate or B12 before you're ready, it will just make the drain problem worse, and it knocks your balance off even further. So what is the real solution here? It's not about curing CBS, because it's not an illness. It's all about bringing back a natural, harmonious rhythm to how your body works. Okay, so here's how to gently close the drain, which is our step-by-step action plan. We are not blocking your body's natural detox process here. Instead, we are simply regaining better control over it so things flow more smoothly. I suggest you start with small changes. Keep track of how your body feels day by day and talk to a doctor or a health expert if you have any concerns. Here is an easy roadmap to follow. Let's start with step 1. Slow down the sulfur surge for about 2 to 4 weeks. This means cutting back on foods that are high in sulfur. So try skipping things like garlic, onions, eggs, and vegetables such as broccoli or cauliflower, plus any supplements like NAC or glutathione. Instead, switch to options that are lower in sulfur like chicken, turkey, fish, beans if your body handles them well, and lots of simple veggies such as carrots, zucchini, or lettuce. And remember to drink plenty of water like a pro because it helps flush out extra ammonia and sulfate. A good goal is to aim for about half your body weight in ounces each day. Now, moving to step 2, we need to help clear out ammonia more effectively. You can add a supplement called molybdenum, starting at a low dose of 25 to 500 micrograms per day. This acts like a helper for an enzyme called sulfite oxidase, which turns harmful sulfites into safe sulfates that your body can handle better. Also include magnesium and electrolytes, which help balance out acidity and makes detox easier. And for extra support, you can add L-carnitine and glycine, which work to neutralize any ammonia buildup in your system. Next, step 3. Here we need to bring back methylation support in a gentle way. Once your uncomfortable symptoms start to ease up, you can add an active form of B12 such as a methylcobalamin or a hydroxycobalamin, but keep the doses low at first. Then slowly layer in something called 5-MTHF, which is a ready-to-use form of folate, using just tiny amounts and building up gradually. Do not skip the helpful cofactors that include B2, also known as riboflavin, to support your MTHFR gene, plus zinc and B6 in its active form called P5P, all of which help keep things running smoothly. The important rule is to go slow because even small changes can make a big difference and help avoid any overload. Then we go to step 4. Here we test how things are going. Take a moment to recheck your symptoms. Do you have more energy now? Can you eat sulfur foods without issues? And is your mood feeling more steady? If yes, that means you are getting things back into balance. For labs, aim for homocysteine levels between 6 and 8 micromoles per liter, which is the sweet spot for good flow in your system. Finally, step 5, you want to secure that balance for the long term. Start adding back sulfur foods one at a time, like trying just one new food and watching how your body reacts. Keep using molybdenum for a few days each week if you notice sulfur sensitivities coming back. And stick with gentle support for methylation, steering clear of strong methyl donors unless your body really handles them well. Remember, patience is your biggest strength in this process. It takes time, but in the end, when you get it right, it's worth it. You know what happens if you pump more fuel through a wide open drain? You end up wasting it all, which can make your symptoms even worse and leave your energy levels completely tanked. And here's a simple analogy to help you picture it. Imagine trying to fill a bathtub with the plug pulled out. You can pour in water all day long, but you will never get enough to actually take a bath in. That is why it's so important to stabilize your CBS gene first, before focusing on MTHFR. Once CBS is under control, MTHFR can really start to work its magic and shine. This approach gives your body a real fighting chance to hold on to what it needs and begin healing properly. So the next time you think about CBS, try seeing it as a rhythm you can tune and adjust rather than some scary mutation. With the right nourishment choices and a bit of patience, you can keep the music of your methylation cycle flowing smoothly and strongly. To wrap this video up, here's the one thing I really want you to take away. If you have a CBS gene mutation, that's the first thing you need to address. That's step one in the process. You got to slow it down, get it back into rhythm, and then we can focus on everything else. If anything I talked about resonated with you or sounded familiar, drop a comment below and let me know. What's the biggest sign that your CBS pathway might be out of balance? And if this video helped you, be sure to like it, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming deep dive into MTHFR. Hit the bell so you're always updated. Your journey to better health and transformation is just beginning. If you want to know exactly how to do this, I built a simple step-by-step CBS support protocol. The same system I use to help myself and others slow the drain, balance sulfur, and prepare their body for methylation success. I even included the exact supplements I use and the order I take them. It's free, and you can get it by going to our Facebook group called Live Long, Live Life. I will pin the link in the comments below. We share real stories by real people for real results. This is where methylation starts to make sense, because once you learn how to close the drain, you can finally fill the sink and feel like yourself once again. Okay, folks, I'm Peter Turnus, and this is Live Long, Live Life. Thanks for watching and making it to the end. Go to the comments and click on our Facebook link and get the protocol. Remember, real people, real stories, and most importantly, real results.